Hey y'all, welcome to Hippie Chick, where cooking is just a flick of the wrist. So let's get started. Today we are making sweet potato pies. Now, I have already cleaned my sweet potatoes and I already have them over here in the pot, okay, to try and get a good head start. Okay, so I have about 2 pounds of sweet potatoes, okay? I have about 4 sweet potatoes here in this pot. So I have it on high and I'm just going to let it come to a boil. It is now at a rapid boil. So now that it's there, I am going to go ahead and turn it down to like medium temperature. I'm going to turn it on about 5.5, okay? Because at 5 really, it really boils really nicely at 5. Okay, so I'm going to go in between 5 and 7 on my stovetop. And I'm going to let this boil maybe about 45 minutes to an hour, just until I can put a fork in it and it's nice and tender. When my fork goes through, I know that it's done. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and let that go ahead and cook. And then I am going to go off. And when I come back on, then we'll go through and take them out of the little peelings, okay? So you guys, I will be back in about 45 minutes. Hey y'all, I am back. All right, I have my sweet potatoes here. My timer just went off. It has been the 45 minutes, y'all. Okay, now what I forgot to tell y'all is that while it's boiling, if your water goes below the potatoes, you want to go ahead and add more water to that because you always want to keep your potatoes covered with water. So what I did, I went on in and I added some more water to cover the potatoes. And of course it stopped it, the boiling process or whatever. So I just turned it back up to high and let it come back to a boil. And then turned it back down to my about 6 temperature, between 5 and 7. That's just kind of what I did. Okay, so now you're just going to take a fork and you just put it through the potato. Through your sweet potato, and if it goes through, it's done. And as you see, it is. I don't know if you saw that, but that should let me put this salsa underneath and I bring it over a little bit closer to y'all, but you can see it's going straight through that sweet potato. I have another one here that may be a little bit thicker than that one, and I'll just demonstrate as well. You can see how it's going through. It's just so thick. There we go. You can see that it's going straight through. Okay. And that's pretty much what you want. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Clean my little mess up here, y'all. And what I'm going to do, I have my colander here. I'm just gonna pour this water off. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so I have my sweet potatoes draining over here in the colander. And I'm just going to let them stay there, y'all. And I'm just going to, I was going to put them in this bowl, but I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. I'm going to use a different bowl for mixing this. I was going to let them cool off in this bowl, but I'm not. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let them drain over there in that colander, y'all. Okay. Now I'm going to let them sit for about I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that maybe, so that I can still handle it, because right now it's just too hot for me to handle. So I'm going to let it sit for a few, and then we'll come back with our ingredients and stuff. And you know what, not at that point. I'm going to show y'all how to take them out of the, how to take the peelings off. That's what we'll do. We'll do that when I come back, y'all. So next time you see me, I'll have everything set up here at this countertop. So give me about a good 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, y'all, and I'll be right back. Hey y'all, I'm back. All right, my sweet potatoes have drained and have cooled off a bit. They're still hot, but at least now I can touch it. So what I'm going to do, take my sweet potatoes, and I'm just going to pour them out into this bowl. And as you can see, I have 4 sweet potatoes. And this should be about 2 pounds of sweet potatoes, roughly. Okay. So now I'm going to take the skin off the sweet potatoes. I'm going to need something to put the skins on. Let me see here. Hold on. I can use this. Okay. Just going to take my sweet potato. I'm going to bring it over some for just in case y'all can't see over there. Y'all know I have that little dead spot area. Okay. So yeah, at this point I'm just kind of taking them off. And I'm sure there's a better technique than what I'm using, y'all. But this is definitely going to get them off for you. And see, this is not too hot. It's still hot, y'all. But I can definitely handle this. This is not bad. And I'm just peeling them off, y'all, at this point. And what I'm going to do, I probably won't do all these on camera just because it is tedious. Y'all know I don't like to do tedious stuff. But I do want to do one so y'all can just see what it is that I'm doing. So I'm just taking all that off. Now y'all see the end of this? I'm going to show y'all this. The end of that, I'm going to just kind of cut that off a little bit, y'all. The end of this sweet potato here. See, I cut about that much off. Just the ends. Because I was told that a lot of the strings and stuff that be in the potatoes, that it's located there at the end. So I just kind of cut them off. Okay, so that's one side of my sweet potato. I'm going to go in and do the other side. And I'm just making a little slit down the other side, all the way down to the end. And then where I slit it at, I'm just going to take it and fold it back with my knife, y'all. You can use your hands as well, and sometimes I will use my hand. But it comes off nicely. It's no problem. It's easy. I tell you, they smell so good, though. I like sweet potato pies. My entire family likes them, but my daughter would prefer, see that that's the end of the other side? I'm going to take that and just kind of slice it off, y'all. My daughter prefers pumpkin pies. But, see, there you have it, y'all. Okay? Now I'm going to just go in and I'm going to put it inside my bowl here. I'm going to rinse my hands. Okay, I'm going to pick it up and just show you. So I just got it inside the bowl there. Alright? Now, I can do one more on camera. If you want, I guess you can just go ahead and slice off the end first. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing both sides this time. And now I'm going to just run my knife again down the center of it to just break that skin. Okay. And then I'm just going to take it and fold one side. And this particular potato here is shorter than that other one. So I had done that broke it up into 2 sections. With this one here, I just cut it straight down the middle, and then I start to just unfold that skin with my knife, just taking my knife and peeling it off basically. Now, ooh, this is really hot, y'all. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, I'm going to have to change positions there, y'all. And the butter calls for softened butter, so I didn't let my butter stay out long enough to soften, so I put it in the microwave to just let it soften just a little bit. And I can show y'all that in a minute. But y'all see what I'm doing? I'm just taking my knife and just folding back that layer of skin off the sweet potato. And as you know, when you're cooking and stuff, you gotta work with clean hands, which everybody knows that. And my hands are definitely clean. So there you go. I have a little area here that maybe I can just kind of, you know, scrape off or whatever. But it would have been alright though. But there you go. Alright, so that's 2 sweet potatoes there. And I'm thinking like 2 of those would be 1 pound. So I have 4, so I have 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. And my recipe actually called for 1 pound of sweet potatoes. But I'm going to double my recipe, y'all, because I'm going to make a few of these. So I'm hoping that this will make 4. I have 2 pie crusts in each one of these packs. So I have 4 unbaked shells. Okay, so that's what I'm hoping I can get out of this. So we'll play it by ear and see what I have. Put this over to the side. So you guys, what I'll do is I'll continue to take those skin off the sweet potatoes, and I'll come back and we'll start baking or making our sweet potato pies. Y'all, I'll be back in a minute. Alright y'all, I am back. Okay, I have my sweet potatoes all peeled. Okay, so let's go over our ingredients, y'all. Push this to the side. You're going to have 1 stick of softened butter, 2 cups of sugar. This is 1 cup of evaporated milk. You can use any kind of milk. This is 4 eggs. This is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and you're going to have 2 teaspoons of vanilla. My recipe, I always kind of double up, so doubling is 2, okay? So what I may end up doing is adding in another teaspoon of this vanilla, because I do like to always add in extra vanilla, just so you know. Okay, just a second. Found a shell, y'all, in my egg, so I want to kind of get that out. Because nobody, have you ever eaten a pie or anything, a cake or anything, and the shell gets in there? That's such a bad feeling, isn't it? Crunching down on that. Ooh, that's horrible. So I saw that and I said, ooh, I believe that's a shell. And so I got that out real quick. Alright, so put my bowl here, and we're going to start with our softened butter. I said I was going to show y'all how soft this butter is. Now, this is butter that I just took out. I took out the refrigerator, and I had it sitting out for a while, but it still hadn't softened. So I just went on and popped it in the microwave for about 10 seconds maybe. And this is what I have. See? It's nice and soft. Okay? Before I couldn't do that. It wouldn't just cut so easily. Okay? So that's what I have here. And I'm just going to plop that over in my bowl. Okay, let me get my mixer ready, y'all. Okay. So what I like to do is roll the sleeves up, y'all. I got the ceiling fan on, but it's hot. That ring light is hot. So I'm just going to kind of just break it up a little bit, y'all, just to make it a little bit easier to mix. I'm just tilt my bowl over so y'all can see what it is I'm doing. I'm just kind of breaking it up a bit along with that butter. Now these potatoes are still hot, y'all. They're warm, so the butter is gonna melt nicely in this. It should, because it's still warm. Okay, so at this point I've broken it up. I'm just gonna turn it on a little bit low, just to kind of get it going. Turn it off for a minute. I want to say, I hope I'm not going to make too much of a mess, y'all, because I know y'all probably can't see down over in this bowl. So I do want to tilt this a little bit just so you all can kind of see what's going on, because this bowl is a stainless steel bowl, so it's you can't see through it like some of my other videos you probably can see through. So I'm going to try and tilt it, and I hope I don't make too much of a mess. So and this is just on low for now, y'all, just until I can kind of get it broken up pretty good. And like how, see how it's on the edge there? Because I'm tilting it. Now, if it was down like this, it wouldn't be no problem, but because it's on the edge there, and I know if I try and mix it at that point, it's just going to go outside the bowl. So I just turned my mixer off, y'all, and just pushed it back down. Because I do want to show y'all what it is that I'm doing. Turning it up down. That's more on medium speed. If it was on low. Okay, I'm just taking it from the sides and pushing it back down in the middle because I still have my bowl tilted for y'all to see. See, if I had it down like this, I wouldn't have to do all that, but I don't have my husband here to help me, so I just want to make sure you all can kind of see what it is that I'm doing. Alright, that looks good. That's mixed really nicely, okay? So I'm going to go in, y'all, with some of this sugar, okay? This is 2 cups of sugar because, like I say, I'm doubling my recipe. And of course, if you don't want to double your recipe, then you can go, you know, with the 1, with taking away weight. I'm doubling my recipe, okay? So if you don't want this amount, you know, half it, okay? I have to remember that because my recipe doesn't call for this amount, so I have to kind of double it. And as a matter of fact, I actually have some sweet potatoes on that's cooking right now because my pot just was not big enough to cook them all at once. So I have 2 more on now that's cooking. So really, I really need to triple my recipe. But because I'm going to make them separately, then I won't have to do that. So but once I make this batch, I have to go in and make another batch, y'all. Because I am getting ready for Thanksgiving. And once I bake these are going in my freezer. So I'm going to pour in the remainder of this sugar. And I'm just mixing. And I'm going to turn it back up on medium. See, some of it kind of came out, y'all. You got to be careful. Now I just have the bowl sitting down straight onto the countertop. I don't have it tilted anymore. I'm going to tilt it just to kind of show y'all what it's looking like now. You see, that butter is gone, y'all. That butter is definitely gone. It is melted. And then that's what you want. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to add in the milk. I'm just going to add in a little bit at a time. You can add it all in at one time if you want to, but I'm just going to do a little bit to kind of get it mixed in a little bit. But then I'm going to go in and put it back on medium. Right now I have my mixer on 1, on low. That's just me going around the sides to get all those goodies in there. I don't want to leave none of them out. I want to get it all, y'all. Trying to get it all. Okay, I'm going to go in with the remainder of this milk. And once I get it mixed in, I'll go back in and turn it on up to medium. And y'all, I really hope I can get 4 pies out of this. I do have more sweet potatoes that I can make if I don't have enough. Okay, so that's incorporated pretty good. So I'm going to go in and put it back up on medium and get it going. I just got a spatula and I'm scraping the sides to get the goods from the sides back down into my mixer because like I said, I want it all. Alright. Now I'm going to go in, you all, with my eggs. I'm going to drop it back down to low. And I'm just pouring them in. Now I have my oven on 350 degrees. Right now, I think it's unheated up. I had it preheated, but it's done. I think it's done leveled out now. It's on 350 degrees. So basically, y'all, my oven is waiting on me, and that's what you want. You don't want to be waiting around for your oven to heat up. So while you're doing all this other stuff, you can go ahead and turn your oven on. So it's done preheated and you've gotten to the and heated to the correct temperature that you need. Turn it on up. Just to get it mixed in really, really good, y'all. Get a little swirl here on my shirt here, but that's okay. Alright. So, I'm going to go in now, y'all, with my 1 teaspoon of the cinnamon. I got this filling thing on. Go in and add this nutmeg, y'all. Go ahead and turn that off. And then just mix it in. It'll be better because, you know, the stuff will kind of fly up in the air with that ceiling fan on. So I just mixed it in for it to go ahead and get wet. And that way it won't fly. Alright. Go ahead and crank it on back up to medium. Scraping the sides of my bowl again, just to get all the goods down in there, so they can get mixed up really nicely. Okay, now I'm adding in this flavor, this vanilla flavor. And y'all know, like I say, I always add more. The recipe calls, because I'm doubling it, calls for the 2 teaspoons. But I am going to go in, and this is just what I do, y'all. Y'all don't have to do this. But this is just something that I like to do when I'm baking. Okay, so I'm going to go back in, y'all, and I'm going to add in another teaspoon of this vanilla flavor. Now, I remember when my mom was, you know, making the pies and cakes and stuff for the holiday. I've seen her add both vanilla and lemon flavor, you know, in her pie. And I've seen her do it, you know, with just vanilla, and then I've seen her do it with both of them, vanilla and lemon. So that may be something you want to try. All right, y'all, I got it now. I'm gonna give it this one last mix, and this is it, y'all. This will be it. All we have to do after this right here is add it into our pie crust. It's called an unbaked pie crust. It's simple, right? So simple. Told y'all I don't do hard recipes, especially when it comes to baking. I do not. It will be simple, but delicious though. But delicious. All right, so that is it. I'm gonna see if I can get some of that off of these beaters here, y'all. And then, okay, I'm gonna unplug it. You know what? I'm not gonna put them in the sink because I'm gonna use them again. Because like I say, I have 2 more over here on my burner that's cooking that I need to make. Okay, so I'm just washing my hands and drying them off, y'all. And now I'm gonna just put this over to the side. Wipe this down real quick. Okay. Get my pie crust, y'all. You know what, y'all? I forgot. My camera will cut off after 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go off, and then when I come back, I have my pie crust and everything up here. And that way it'll start the count all over again. Okay, you guys, I'll see you all back in a minute. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I just needed to turn that off and get it started again. So I have my pie crust here, y'all. I had them in the freezer, and they've been sitting out thawing. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't know if you want to see the name of this, but it's just the 2 regular pie crust, okay, unbaked. Oh, y'all, look, my crust is cut into down in there. Y'all see that? It's broken. See that at the bottom there? You can see the tin foil through there. That is definitely something you have to be mindful of when you're buying your pie crust, because sometimes if you can see that the crust has broken or what have you, then you know you can just pick another one. Okay, so I have 2 here, so we'll start with these 2. And see that crust there is already torn too. See? Look at that. Okay? So you know when it bakes, it's going to be torn. Trying to press it back together, y'all. And you can do the same thing like in the bottom of your pie crust. Like how it's got the, like it's been cut or what. Maybe when they was opening the box or something. I don't know, but because it's soft, I'm just trying to mold it back together with my fingertip. Just try and press those seams together to try and keep them there. And that's basically what I'm doing, y'all, to try and help it out a little bit. Okay, see that? That looks better. Let's see if it'll stay intact. That's a little bit off. I'm just pressing the dough down. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one as well, y'all. I'm going to have to hurry up because my camera will cut off, y'all. And I'll be thinking I'm filming. And then I don't have nothing. No footage or anything to show y'all. So I'm going to have to kind of work a little fast. Because I still want to add in the actual sweet potatoes into the crust. So, like right around in here, I'm just mashing it in together. Almost just trying to fill it, okay, the best I can. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because my time will run out on me. Okay, so those are my 2 pie crusts here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, trying to match that little part that's, I see another little slit there. I'm trying to press it together. Okay, so I'm gonna just go in, y'all. Really what you can do, you can take your measuring cups, and I guess I can do that this time, y'all. You can take measuring cups if you want to try and make them even or what have you. I got my measuring cup here. This is a 1 cup measuring cup. So I can just take like a cup in and just kind of pour it into my, my pie shell. Just to make sure that all of them are pretty much even, y'all. Let me see. Let me pull it back a little bit. I think you should be able to see what it is I'm doing. So that one's got 1. So I'll go in and I'll add 1 to this one. Okay? And I'll go in and do the same thing again. Because I do have 2 more. Okay, so I'm going to try and spread this out, y'all. Just like that. Okay? That looks really nice, y'all. That's a nice amount. So we'll try it and let's see if I have enough to make 4 of these. Because that's what I'm trying to get. 4. Okay? So just trying to smooth it out a little bit, y'all. And then in the center have like a little peak. Alright, y'all. So that's 2 here. Let me just swap them back here and put them back here on this back counter top. Y'all know I have limited space that I'm working with. Alright, so this is my other 2. And it's the same regular pie crust. Trying to just open this the best I can, y'all. Okay, and the edge of it looks really nice, but I do see a little cut here. So I'm just taking my index finger and I'm just pressing the dough together to try and seal it almost. Okay, and there you go. At least I can't see the cut anymore, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up. You know, it has that little liner in the middle of it, so I'm just lifting my liner up, y'all. Uh-oh, and it slipped out, y'all. But that's okay. Okay, it's good. Now this one here, on the bottom, I can see a cut here. So I'm going to go in with my index finger and just press down together to kind of close those little cuts. Okay, and it's a little bit on the crust as well. Okay, and there we go. All right, so y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and try and fill these. Okay, I'm gonna start off with 1 cup because I'm scared that I may not have enough, y'all. Do 1. My other ones over there had 2 each, y'all. Okay, y'all see how much I have left? Okay, and I'm gonna see what I can do and make this work. I'm gonna scrape the sides of this bowl, y'all, and I'm gonna try and get as much of this out as I can. Push this back for now, y'all. I got this rubber spatula here, and I love using this rubber spatula for stuff like this, for baking and, you know, getting all the remainder of your ingredients and stuff. It helps scoop it nicely. Okay. See, that almost made another cup, y'all, right? So I'm gonna put that one in that one. Yep. And this remainder here, which is making a cup, right? Because I still have a little bit more left. So I was able to make pretty much 2 cups apiece. And I'm going to scrape the remainder out of this measuring cup here into this last one. See how nicely it comes out with this rubber spatula? I love that. Okay, I'm just going to scrape the remainder out of this bowl and put it right on in this pie crust, y'all. And it's going to be awesome. Alright, there we have it, y'all. Just going to take it and just kind of spread it out in that pie crust. There we go. I'm going to do the same for this. Alright, y'all, looking good. Okay. So, I'm going to wipe my countertop down, y'all, again. Because I noticed that some of the pie filling, the sweet potatoes, got on my countertop. And I want to wipe that off. Now my dishcloth that I'm using here, y'all, this is a clean dishcloth. I have not used this for washing no dishes. It's just strictly for me using to wipe my countertops and stuff down while I'm working. My actual dishcloth that I use for washing my dishes, y'all, is actually over in my sink. Okay? Just want to make sure, because y'all, I just don't like the idea of, you know, you're using something for cleaning your dishes or cleaning or whatever, and then you take it and you wiping it over your counters, because all the bacteria and germs and stuff from that cloth gets all on your countertop. So that's why I wanted to make sure I said that, because I am particular about that. Alright, y'all, so now I have my 4 sweet potato pies here, y'all. Okay, and now these are ready to go in the oven. Now just real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I wrap these, because a lot of times when you're baking and stuff, y'all, that's part of that pie crust, but a lot of times when you're baking your pies and stuff, have you noticed sometimes like the pie crust itself is that was my timer just went off for my sweet potatoes, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me test them real quick, y'all. This is another burner back here I'm using. This back burner here, it does not cook at the same temperature as this front burner. I don't know. So it's going to take a little bit longer for my sweet potatoes to cook because it just doesn't cook as well at the same temperature. So I'm going to just go ahead and crank it on up a little bit, and maybe about another 15-20 minutes those will be ready. Okay, so I like to just kind of make a little tent, y'all, around this. I got my foil on my countertop. I set my pie over and on top of the foil, and I'm just rolling up the foil, y'all, to go around that pie crust. Not to touch the pie crust, but just to kind of go around it and over there, and I let it bake this way. Okay? Now my recipe says to let it cook for about 50 minutes, y'all, on 350 degrees. And when you insert like a knife or something in the center and it comes out clean, then you know it's done. It's ready. Okay? So y'all, that's it, y'all. That's what I'm going to do with the remainder of these pies. I won't do all of that on camera. You guys get the idea. And I also did the same thing with my pecan pie video. So you can check that out as well if you need to see more of me putting the tent around the pie crust. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go on off. And I am going to put these in the oven, 350 degrees, for about 50 minutes. Okay? And then I'll test it to make sure it's good. And if it's not, then I know to put it back in or whatever. Okay? All right, you guys. I'll see you all back in a minute. 40 minutes to 50 minutes. Hey, y'all. I'm back with the finished results of my sweet potato pies. Okay. So, you see here, I have the 4 here. And then I actually have 4. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have 4 over there on my countertop. Okay, so let me tell you all what happened. Okay, I put it on 350 degrees, like I said, and I had the foil around, the tent around the pies, and when the 50 minutes came, my pie crust itself just wasn't brown, okay? But the pie was actually done because I did the toothpick test where you stick it in and it comes out clean, and it was clean. So that let me know that the pie itself was done. So I took the foil and I just spread it back, you know, turned it back so that it would uncover the pie crust, okay? And so once I did that, I actually put excuse me, y'all, let me grab my phone, excuse me. Hello, on video. Just whatever you think we need. Oh, okay, that'd be wonderful. Okay, all right, bye. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry about that. Wash my hands real quick. But, so I was telling y'all that after the 50 minutes, the pie itself was done, but the crust, because I had the tent around it, the foil around it, it was not brown enough, y'all. So what I did, I pulled the foil back on my pies, and I turned the oven on broil. I was told that, because y'all know I don't like to bake too much, but I was told that it would definitely go ahead and just brown, which I know that, but what I was going to do, I was just going to let it cook a little bit longer, as long as it, you know, didn't burn or anything like that. But that right there solved the problem itself, y'all. So I just put it on broil and I let it brown, okay? And I think that it really could brown a little bit more, but I'm not going to do that because these are going in the freezer, and I'm going to take these back out, you know, at Thanksgiving, and I'll probably pop them in the oven for a little bit. But that, ooh, that's hot. Sorry. I was trying to show y'all. But that is the end results there. So, there you go. And I have the 2 back here. I'll kind of bring that up. Still a little hot, y'all. So you guys can get a better image of that. And then I have this one. Okay? So, you guys, that is it as far as my sweet potato pies. And I do have those over there. I told you guys that I had more sweet potatoes, and I went on and made up another batch of that. So, and this will be it as far as my sweet potato pies is concerned. I know I have a sister that really likes sweet potato pies, so she could certainly, you know, take a pie back home with her, because it'll be more than enough, y'all, for everyone. So, you guys, thank you all so much for watching my channel. And if you guys are enjoying my videos, please send me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos out. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.